So I just wanted to film another get ready with me video. I picked up some goodies from Ulta. There's a lot going on here, and like 2 mascaras. And I just wanted to do another first impressions video because that was so much fun last time. But I did repurchase the e.l.f. buffing foundation brush because mine is physically broken. Like, look at that. I really like this brush for literally any of the face products. I'm still going strong with the NYX Buttermilk Glaze, so that's what I'm gonna use today. I really, really like this stuff. So I've been super happy with it because that was in my last first impressions video. It's just so light. And I feel like it's a true skin tint. Like, I know everyone loves the L'Oreal skin tint, but I'm like, girl, and it's beautiful, okay? But for me, I'm like, it's like a light to medium coverage foundation still. And when I want a skin tint, I want my skin to be tinted. I don't really want it to look like I'm covering things. Like, I like really light coverage, part of it, because I don't feel like I need a lot of coverage. And then I'm still gonna use the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. I've been on the fence about trying something different. Like, we are very low with product. But the more I've thought about it, I'm like, I think I'm just gonna repurchase this because I do like it. I do think it helps. And again, I always wish I could see just how intense my under eyes are in terms of like darkness. I mean, hopefully you can at least tell a difference between those two. Maybe not. But, you know, no product's a miracle worker. So I do think this is probably what I'm gonna stick with for now. And then I'm gonna be going in with the IRL Filter Finish Concealer from Revolution. I have really been wanting to try, like, I'm running a little low on this. I'm wanting to try the Neutrogena Radiant Concealer. Supposedly it's a dupe for NARS Creamy Radiant. I know the shade range is very limited, which is why I've kind of stayed away from it because I'm so fair that their under eye shades they're gonna be too dark. But I still plan to, once I have the baby, to self-tan afterwards. And at that point, I think I could probably find a good under eye shade because I would be darker, so my under eyes don't have to be quite as fair as I am naturally. And I will say, I've been on the fence about like whether I like this or not. I mean, I do like it, but whether it's worth repurchasing, because I'm someone that I'm not gonna repurchase something unless I am just over the moon about it. There's nothing else that's gonna come close to it. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But I will say, I think just at the end of the day, like after 8 hours of wearing any kind of makeup, does anyone's under eyes still look good? Like, I'm so confused. Like, do they still look like when you first applied it? Because I really do like the way it looks after first application. And there have been times where after work I went and did something and I reapplied just under my eyes. And I'm like, I should probably just reapply more. Like, at the end of the day, if I'm gonna go somewhere, reapply, because it does make the biggest difference. So one of the new products I'm gonna be using is the Bronze Sticks from ColourPop. This is in the shade Moonstone Beach, which is their second darkest shade. It is a limited shade range. There's only 3. I've heard these are very comparable to the Rare Beauty bronzing sticks. Haven't ever used that, so I can't tell you. This one is quite dark, I will say, but like I said, I'm planning on self-tanning, you know, once she's here. We're like 22 days out from delivery, if she comes on time. And I wanted to make sure I was buying, if I'm gonna buy new products, that I could use it while I was self-tan too. I am going somewhere, so hopefully this, you know, works out. And then I bought a e.l.f. liquid bronzer and contour duo brush. I will say, I thought about repurchasing, this is the liquid blush brush. I really like this, and I thought that would be a good angle for that, but I was like, I'll try something new. So, sorry, I thought I opened everything at least, so it wouldn't be annoying to do that on camera. Or maybe it'll just be annoying. What in the world? I'm not a huge fan of double-ended brushes. Oh, this kind of looks like the buffing brush. Mainly because if you store your brushes like vertically, one side is always going to be down, like in the bottom with everything, and that kind of freaks me out. But I have decided, going back to products, that I think I just prefer stick products when it comes to blush and contour. I don't know why, I just feel like it does look more natural. Like I feel like that looks really nice. So we'll do the other side. I wasn't sure how quickly it was going to dry down, which is why I didn't put a whole lot on. And why I'm doing both sides one at a time. And I had been debating about whether getting the e.l.f. Halo Glow to use as a liquid bronzer. I'm still into that, maybe. I'm thinking about doing that. But maybe come summertime. I don't need that right now in my life. I feel like it's coming out way harsher on camera than in person, which is interesting. Gonna do the forehead. And I think I mentioned this in the last first impressions. I'm usually a type of person that will only buy new makeup, like either when I run out, or like I don't have a big collection on haul, or like twice a year I'll want to just like revive my routine. But I do think it's because I've been pregnant and I haven't been buying clothes or really like anything for myself. I just bought these earrings from Target though. That I've gotten, I guess, more into makeup, because that's kind of the only thing I can be into right now, because I just haven't been the type of person to want to spend money on maternity clothes. Like either my mom has bought me maternity clothes or my sister's given me her hand-me-downs, but I don't think I've bought any maternity clothes outside of like bras and underwear. I'm gonna do a little bit going down the nose. Oh, this kind of makes me nervous. I might go in with a little brush on this. And this might be better with your fingers too, but hey, first time using it. I'm curious what the wear time is gonna be on this. But I will say it's blending really well. I feel like it looks really natural. Again, this side I feel like isn't coming off. It's coming off darker on camera than in person. Maybe the lighting, I don't know. But I feel like that looks good. Like it looks natural. I'm happy with that. Okay, great, 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 great purchase. The other product I bought, I think I'm getting over just powder blushes. I love the Morphe 2. This Morphe 2 collection wasn't at the Ulta I went to, which I'm like, I really hope they're not phasing it out because I love this blush. But I wanted to try another stick blush. And this is the Milani Supercharged. There was another blush from ColourPop, and it's in a little like heart pan, and it's a cream that I wanted to get, but they didn't have the color I wanted. And this is in Peach Thrill. So I want to say this is the color that's supposed to be similar to Luminoso. We'll see how she does. But when I swatched it, it looked really blendable. Like you can't screw this up. Like this is just going to be a good product that you can't mess up, because I'm not into the highly pigmented blushes. I don't want to sit there and be really tedious with blending or be careful about how much I'm putting on and then having to blend it out. Like that's just not my jam. I want to throw it on and go. So I feel like this looks really pretty. And also a lot of the liquid blushes I feel like they're coming out with now are matte, and I'm like, why are we going back to matte? I don't want to be a matte girl. Like no. I think I need a little on this cheek. And it doesn't need to be super glowy like highlighter-y, but I like that this one definitely gives you some glow. And it's not too sticky. I had been wanting to try the Pixie blushes, the like It's a stick blush like this kind of situation. But when I swatched it, so sticky. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. And then I'm still going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I think my move is still to try the Huda Beauty loose powder after I get done with this guy, but I am like a long ways off, so it's gonna be a while. And it does the job. It does the job. I think I've come to the conclusion that I don't really like the pressed version of this. I just feel like anytime I've used it under my eyes and I look later on in the day, they look dark. Whereas I do feel like they stay pretty light when I use the loose powder version of it, of the Halo Glow. And I'm just gonna set under my eyeballs and in my T-zone, because that's typically where I get oily. Okay, cool. Still using the L'Oreal Brow Lamination. Nothing special. Maybe my brows are weird. I don't know. Or maybe it's technique and I just don't have it. I'm not sure. I don't really feel like any of these do anything that is out of the ordinary that the rest aren't doing. Like I said in the last video, I do like this more than the NYX Control Freak, so I'm definitely not going back to that because it doesn't make my brows crunchy. It doesn't, you know, make them look gluey, which neither did the NYX Control Freak, but I do feel like this does maybe just a little bit more than the Control Freak one in terms of just, I don't know, setting it in place, and I do prefer the smaller wand. So we'll just let that set down. One product I bought, what is her name? Okay, her name on YouTube is Dose of Josephine. I really, really like her videos and just her makeup application. And she was talking about this product. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the color Graham Cracker specifically. She said she just like really liked that it was a warm brown and felt like it looked, you know, less harsh, which I do think that has been the trend of getting away from black liner, which I used to be a, you know, a black wing liner girl on the daily for years, like all of college. The first few years I was with my husband, and then maybe COVID changed it, I don't know, but somewhere I fell off the train. And I will use, wow, I can't get this open. Do I just destroy the box? Why do packaging companies hate us? Oh my goodness. What a joke. Not gonna steal your product. 5 million years later. I'm just gonna curl my lashes real quick. I always do this before applying any kind of liner because it just helps guide like using your eyelash to where to apply it. And another thing I've noticed, I did it on my lunch break one day and I was like, wow, is to curl your lashes after your mascara is dried, because it really does help with the lift, or maybe just a midday like pick me up again with the concealer and just, you know, curling your lashes. It makes the biggest difference in terms of like looking awake, looking like you actually have long lashes, because I feel like lashes always look good in the beginning and then they fall, and I'm not willing to ever use waterproof because it's such a pain to get off. So we'll try this out and see how she goes. Ooh, that's really nice. Like, it's very easy to apply. Oh my gosh, is 2025 the year I go back to wing liner? Like, what in the world? And the other trick is, if you have hooded eyes, to try to keep your eyes open as much as possible when you're applying it. I don't know if y'all can see that big of a difference, but it's just ever so slightly. Just kind of, I feel like, helps define the eye. Oh, this is so easy to use. I'm actually so happy. Whether I go back to doing this every day, though, is another story. I've really been trying to think about what my makeup routine is gonna look like when I am a mom, like when I have the baby, because I know those first couple weeks are gonna be hard. At least that's what everyone says, so that's what I'm anticipating. But I just really want to make sure that I'm still doing things for myself, to feel like myself, and just not to fall into just being a mom. Like, I want to be me who has a new role as a mom, like that, just to be, you know, a part of my lifestyle, but not all of it. They're a little uneven. She's out of practice. But we'll just call it a day and work with it there. And then I did a repurchase of the NYX Lift and Snatch. I will never cheat on her again in the color taupe, which is typically for blondes, but so I do have reddish brown coppery hair. It's kind of hard to see depending on what light you're in, but my eyebrows have always been a different color, like since I was little. And so I feel like they typically lean more towards like people with blonde hair. I've tried, what's it called? Darker eyebrow pens, and they just, not the move. And I really just fill in the front. I will say, I wasn't out of this product. That wasn't why I repurchased it. I repurchased it because my old one started leaking. I want to say that's happened to me before, but it hasn't happened every time because I have been using this product for quite a few years. And I will continue until they stop making it, which is hopefully never. And again, I don't do a whole lot. I mainly just focus on this like bottom portion right here. And there are days where I don't do my eyebrows and I'm just like, it really does add, even though it's subtle, it does add just to like the framing of your face and just looking more polished and put together. And then I started busting into this yesterday. I didn't though, because I was like, oh, I want to see like the reaction on camera of like, is it all that kind of thing? But you know, I love my Milani, what is it? Highly rated tubing mascara. I love it because I do feel like it does a good job, and I like that it's tubing because it comes off completely without like me having to rub my eyes or do anything crazy with it. Like, it is amazing. But I've been hearing so much about this, and it's been a long time since I tried a new mascara, that I was like, okay, I'll give it a whirl. It's the Paradise Big Deal. I got it in black and brown, and I think it's Abby Young is her name here on YouTube, where I came across when I was thinking about, you know, changing up the mascara. Hello. Where she used this mascara, and I love this mascara. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Together. She was just talking about how she's never gotten more compliments on her eye makeup. So I was like, I want compliments on my eye makeup. Like, I want people to think my lashes are beautiful. So I figured I'd give it a go because I am familiar with this one. I do enjoy it. We'll see how this goes. I never really liked the original L'Oreal Terra mascara. It flaked off on me like it was not there halfway through the day. I don't know what happened to it. She just poofed, vanished. So we're gonna see what it looks like. I'm actually so happy with this makeup. I felt like it was so easy to apply. Okay. Let's give it a whirl. We'll say you're, at least from, you know, first impressions, this is not a clumpy mascara at all. Like, it is giving lots of separation. Like, that looks really like nice and fluffy. Okay, very natural though. I am gonna do another coat of this and then just finish it off with the Maybelline, and hopefully that will give me my desired look. If not, I'll be going back to that Milani mascara because I do really like it. But I'm totally out of her. She is old and gone. All right. Very, very natural. Not loving, not hating. Like, I don't want the spidery thick lashes, but girl, I want to make it look like I did something. And this is very natural, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a little too natural for my taste. But sometimes with mascaras, you know, the formula needs to dry out a little bit before you make your decision on if you like it. So I'm not gonna hate on her too hard. I'm just not loving. I'm not seeing what the big hoopla is about. I don't think I'm gonna put any on my bottom today. I think this would be really good for bottom though, I will say that. I don't know, not loving her. Kind of disappointed with that, if I'm being totally honest. So this girl should save the day. I've repurchased this multiple times, but this has been one I like. Whenever I'll try something out like the Milani one, I'll go back to this one the next time. There we go. She's adding the thickness I need. All right. Maybe I didn't realize how much I love the Milani one. This one is helping, but I'm like, I mean, this is the third coat. You know, I did 2 of the other one of this one, or that Milani one, I need 2, and it still looks better than both of these together. Oh, that makes me kind of disappointed. Mascara isn't cheap, even at the drugstore, and this is just not, it's not serving. It's not giving what it needs to give. Wow. But if anything, it's made me double down on my Milani. Love that girl. Like, I feel like I need another coat, which is now 4. Or again, that Milani one, 2 and done. 2 and done. I mean, they still look pretty, don't get me wrong. Just not what I'm wanting. Okay. Bit of a bummer. Not gonna lie, bit of a bummer. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm still loving this Maybelline Lip Gloss. The only thing I'm a little disappointed with is the shade range. They're mainly very dark. Like, I think this is their lightest shade in Line Leader. Yeah, and it's truthfully not that light. Not that I need a incredibly lighter shade, but I don't know. I'm hoping they expand this range, because it is a very good formula. Like, this liner will stay on through food, through drinking, and it doesn't pill, which I like. And the fact that it's creamy and it doesn't move all over the place, it's amazing. Amazing. And then I'm just gonna top it with the Maybelline Lip Gloss in Gummy Bear. It's just a light pink. Just a little bit. I just feel like gloss is where it's at in terms of like looking youthful. All right. Okay, I'm happy with this. We're good to go. What do y'all think? Well, that's it. So I hope you stay tuned for the next video. Bye.